Good morning. Welcome to Crochet with Nonna Rosanna. I'm Rosanna. And today we will be doing the mid-month update for my February book cover inspiration. If you haven't been here before, welcome. And let me just explain a little bit of what I do. Every month we pick a book cover and get inspired by the colors on the book cover. Last year they were my books, and this year I put it out to all my friends, my subscribers, and I did a random draw, and it's a prize each month whose book came we're going to be doing. So whichever the random picker picked, I picked, and I went through it, and these are the ones that were picked by the random. So Bonnie has chosen our book this month, and she didn't choose a book. She chose an author, which is one of my favorite authors too. So I was so thrilled. And so we'll take inspiration from the cover and the colors in the book, or inspiration from the book itself. So you really don't have to match up the colors perfectly, just to get our juices flowing and try and get something that we like and be inspired by the book. I have been reading the books, and I actually listened to the book that she chose. So she chose the author Anne Rice, and her most popular book of all times was Interview with the Vampire. So I will put the book covers up here. There are two different book covers, and you can choose either one you want, and I'll let you know in a moment which one I chose. So that's what we're doing. You may have seen from the thumbprint which one I chose. I chose the yellow one because I did have some yellow upstairs. I'm trying to use my yarn from my stash. I have quite a bit of yarn, and it's so funny because I had to buy some because I did a project earlier last week and I didn't have blue. Blue is my favorite color, and I didn't have any, so I may have made an order. So that's what it's about. So, like I said, Bonnie chose the book this month, and it is Interview with a Vampire. And it's a great book, and it's not a gory book at all. It's basically interactions between the characters, and the character development in these books are amazing, and you do fall in love with the characters. You get mad at them. So it's a really good book if you're looking for a fantasy book to read. So let me show you the colors that I chose this month for our book cover. So my first one is a scrap, and I used quite a bit of it already, and I will put colors up here because my camera never picks up the proper color. But this is, thinking it's a red heart, super saver, and it is in the color red. So that's the first color I chose. And then, of course, we had to get black in there because of all the black around the wording in there. So it's just a red heart scrap of black that I had. And I know I'm going to need more, but I thought I'd start with my scrap and then move on to a full skein. And then the next color I chose is red heart, and it's getting blown out. And this is the color pale yellow, but it is much brighter than this. And this is the majority of the color I'm using in my squares that I'm making. So let me show you the squares. I love this pattern. I've never done it before, and it is a yarn eater. And we were away 2 weekends ago, and it was a 3-hour drive, so I started doing the squares in the car. And there's puff stitches in it, and every time I was ready to draw through my puff stitches, we'd hit a bump and I'd lose them all. So I only got 3 of them done on the way up there in 3 hours, but I did work on some other projects too. So here's the square right here, and it's definitely getting blown out. I will pop a picture in somewhere of the square that I'm doing, and this pattern is by, I'm just going to check my notes here. The pattern is called Beautiful Granny Square by Blossom Crochet. She's from, I believe, the UK. She's got a beautiful accent, and pattern is so easy to follow. I love it because it gives a great dimension You can't see it because it's getting blown out, but there you go. But the puff stitches are turning out so well. And like I said, every time I had to draw through my 7 loops, we'd hit a bump and I'd lose it all and have to redo it again. I'm a very, I believe, a loose crocheter, and my puff stitches aren't as tight as most, but I had to, fudge my way through it. I try and make them a little looser so they'll be the same height as my double crochets. But basically a solid granny square with puff stitches in the corners. And I'm really enjoying this. So I have got made, did an assembly line. I'm still working. My puffs here, which are all puff stitches for your first round. And then these are the squares so far that I've made. I'm about halfway through, so that works out perfect for halfway through the month. And I've sewn in the reds, and I just have the ends to sew on these squares. So I'm trying to sew in my ends because I hate sewing in the ends all at the very end because it is so time consuming. You think you're finished your blanket and then you've got hours of sewing in. So I try and get them done. I haven't decided how I'm going to join these squares, but that'll come in a week or two once I get all my squares done. So that is the book that we are doing this month. I'd love you to join in, and let me see. I better check my calendar, which is here. Just a moment, move it. The end of the month will be a Friday. So if I could get your picture sent in by, let's say, the 27th of the month, that way I can release it on Friday, March 1st. And it's my birthday month, guys. March is my birthday month, so I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, if I could get your pictures in by the 27th of the month, that would be fabulous. That way I have time to make the video a day ahead of time and get all the pictures attached. I love showing everybody's work because we're all inspired by different ways, and there might be a pattern that I've never seen before and I love, so I will definitely let you know which patterns were used. And my favorite is seeing items made on the internet because it brings me inspiration, not only the book cover inspiration, but inspiration to try maybe a new stitch, a new square. And like I said, I've never done the puff stitch like this before, and I really, really like it. So that is our mid-month book inspiration, our book cover inspiration. And like I said, please join me if you can, and I will definitely love to show all your items at the end of the month. And Bonnie, I haven't heard from you. If I could get an email so I know where to send off the stitch markers. Thank you so much. And for everyone else, thank you so much for watching and subscribing. The channel's growing a little bit at a time, and I just love it. I love coming on and sharing my works with you, and it's not to brag, but just to share. I love watching people's whips and finished items, and my list is so long of all the channels, and my husband goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to watch my videos. You can watch whatever you want on TV." Sometimes I'll sit with him and I'll put my earplugs in and watch my videos while I'm crocheting and he's watching TV. So we're never far from each other that way. So thank you very much for watching today, and I will see you at the end of the month for our reveals on our February book cover inspiration. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.